Am I on?
Yes.
Yay! Hello!
Just want to see.
We're going to start in a few minutes. Get excited, people. I need to see myself.
Hold on. Just have to make sure we're live.
Sweet. We're just getting started and, getting
Hopefully.
all of the technical things going. Time zones and stuff, I know. Yes, already a question. I might not answer it because I exercise my right to not answer questions before 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, you're asking other people questions, that's fine.
Hold on. I need to...
Legendary Spider-Man.
Oh, wait.
People want Legendary Spider-Man. What are we going to do?
I don't know why it's not live yet. Legendary Spider-Man.
Do we not? Can anyone see us? Say yes if you can see us.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Say yes.
Here's us.
Oh.
We're good.
Okay, so guys, say yes if you could see us on the chat thing.
Close this.
Is
Real
that hard?
quick.
So many people are on.
No.
I was gonna say. Yay, they're saying yes. Are we delayed? Is there a delay?
Little, yeah. Like the chat's instant, but when we reply, there's a.
Okay.
Like 5 seconds.
They're saying it's live.
Maybe that guy.
Sweet. All right, you guys. It is 6 p.m. We're gonna start this. Yay! Okay, so this is the exclusive viewing of Spider-Man Unlimited's Update 4, which is by far the biggest update that the game's had yet. As you can see, we have Doc Ock. Who's excited for Doc Ock? I'm very excited for Doc Ock because I think he's the best villain ever in Spider-Man. So we're going to start with, look, a new main menu because that's awesome. And we can actually, go with story mode. So yes, we have a new issue, issue 5, and we're going to show you exactly what happens when you enter issue 5. So,
if you are lagging, try and refresh the screen, refresh your page, and that might work better.
Yeah, it's not our fault, it's yours.
All right, ready?
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So this is what happens when you defeated Sandman, as you may recall. And then something happens. Sandman is defeated. No. But wait, what's that? In the horizon, tentacles! That's right. Issue 4 is completed. We're going on to issue 5. And Doc Ock in all of his glory. And we're exclusively revealing for the first time Dr. Aaron Aikman, Spider-Man, from the Spider-Verse comics. So, yay. Okay, we're going to show you the first ever boss in issue 5. You're going to play against Doc Ock.
Here we go. We're going to read it out?
We don't have to read it out. This isn't story time. So, yes. Don't mess with Doc Ock. So we're going into, issue 1, boss 1 for the first time. And you are about to see a super cool new environment. So just wait a little bit and it's going to happen. And it's going to be so awesome. You're going to love it. So, right now, we're playing as Aaron Aikman Spider-Man, which is going to be one of the new Spider-Men in Update 4. For those of you who don't know who he is, Dr. Aaron Aikman was a spider created exclusively for the Spider-Verse comics. He was in Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. He was in Edge of Spider-Verse #3, and what's super cool about him is he had this totally unique backstory from a totally weird dimension, completely separate from Peter Parker, but because this is Spider-Man, of course, he's a doctor, he's a scientist specializing in insects, and became Spider-Man that way. What's cool about him is he looks like Mega Man. He is basically, if Spider-Man was Mega Man, this is what he would look like. So I lovingly call him Mega Man Spider-Man, but I don't, because that is not what I'm legally allowed to do. His name is Dr. Aaron Aikman. So, I'm going to see if there's any questions already. Mysterio for issue 6, you will see. Hydro Man is just an event boss, so he's not going to be a Sinister Six member, nor was he ever a Sinister Six member, nor why would you want Hydro Man as a Sinister Six member? So, yes. Upcoming, quite soon, we're almost there, is going to be the new environment, which will be revealed here. It's taking a time. It's going soon. There's no lagging. This is a beautiful stream. Don't talk about that. Yeah. Yay! Okay, so you are about to enter the underwater lab of Dr. Octopus. That's right. So this is a really cool lab because it is the first time that we are incorporating swinging, running, and wall climbing, skydiving, etc. into one environment. And there the guy is, the wonderful Dr. Octopus. You are currently facing his classic version. And yes, you have guessed it, he is the first running boss that the game has had, other than Sandman. But, you know, properly running in his, in all of his, you know, spider-legged, or octopus-legged, excuse me, glory. And what's super cool about the underwater lab is there's different, obviously different attacks, different animations, totally new, you know, enemies for you to fight. So this is pretty sweet, in fact. And with the running boss, this is specifically only for the underwater lab, and we're going to simply be extending this to the other environments. So all of this, oh my god.
One day. One day I'll be good.
One day you will live up to the name of Spider-Man and Dr. Aaron Aikman Spider-Man. Anyway. Can we hear more about Spider-Woman's day right now? No. We're talking about Doc Ock right now. We'll answer your questions later.
I was just resting.
Yes, it does look really cool. I agree with you. This is very, very cool. So, and obviously because this is an issue, Doc Ock is super powerful, super strong. But Doc Ock will, as with all the issues, there will be 5-dimensional versions of Doc Ock, including his classic version, his original version, Doc Ock Noir, Doc Ock from Chapter 1, tons of different versions. And we have defeated the evil genius that is Doc Ock.
Just another
Yay.
awesome victory from yours truly.
Got my warm-up run out of the way.
Yeah,
2.0
warm-up
is in
run.
the house.
So, well, thank you. I agree. We did do good work here. So, why don't we do another Doc Ock run? Or do you want to do his events?
Could go into the events.
Why don't we do Doc Ock specific events? So we're going to go into the events from the depths. And we'll show you one of the first events that you'll be able to play in Update 4.
And some other people.
A superior venom, please. That one, yes. And we're going to reveal a new Spider-Man for you. Yes, okay, this one, you should all be super excited about this Spider-Man that we're releasing, because this is Superior Venom. He is Superior Spider-Man, who, as you probably all know, is Doc Ock in Peter Parker's body when he became Superior Spider-Man. When he got tangled up with a symbiote, he became Superior Venom, who is by far one of my all-time favorite Spider-Man that we have released in the game. So you guys should be so stoked. So stoked about this one. So we're gonna play another Doc Ock battle for you. And look how cool he is. Look how broad his shoulders is. He is by far the biggest and beefiest Spider-Man that we've ever released. So just look at him. He's so awesome. And for those of you who haven't read the Superior Spider-Man comics and haven't seen him, I totally recommend it because Superior Spider-Man is amazing. Which brings me perfectly into an innovation that I wanted to talk about that this game is doing in this update for any other game. We are, for the first time, showcasing a clash between Superior Spider-Man and Doc Ock. And the only reason why this has never been done before is obviously Superior Spider-Man is Doc Ock.
You won't interfere with our plans any longer.
Because our game features dimensional villains and dimensional Spider-Men, this is one of the first time, I believe the first time, that Doc Ock and Superior Spider-Man will ever be facing each other. Ever. So this is a totally new and interesting and awesome innovation that we're bringing into this update, is that relationship between Superior Spider-Man and his former self, Doc Ock. And obviously Superior Spider-Man is going to be really tormented and tangled with his feelings here because, you know, he was an evil villain and then he became on the side of Peter Parker. And even though he always clashed with Peter himself, he wanted to do good for the city. He wants to save he wants to save New York. He wants to save the dimension. And obviously Doc Ock has no interest in that. So it's going to be a really classic, kind of awesome situation that we're putting Superior Spider-Man in. Plus, all of the spiders, Peter Parker and Nick Fury, know that Superior Spider-Man is Doc Ock's mind in Peter Parker's body. They're very aware of this, so they're going to also be really mistrustful of Superior Spider-Man. So I think overall that's like a really cool story that we've been able to come up with because we've been the only, I guess, only time that these two have ever been facing off against each other. Superior Deadpool, nice name, I like it. He asks what these coins are all about, and we're gonna get to that. And you'll be super stoked about the coins because we have a whole new gameplay, like event system, and that's all I'm gonna say about this. So, back to the environment. As you're noticing, this is a totally new environment that's doing totally different things. And it ends with this awesome, how awesome is this ending cutscene? I love it. The animations for this update are so great with this environment. So, so what do you think about Spidey as the sixth member of the Sinister Six? Well, I'm not going to even say anything on that because I think that's a brilliant idea. You'll see what we do with, you know, 6 Sinister Six members and all of that stuff. That's a whole other story for a whole other day. Well, we have Identity Crisis Spider-Man in this update, like Dusk and Hornet and Prodigy. Not in this update, no. But we are very aware of these characters, and we totally have some really sweet plans to use them. So you're just gonna have to be a little bit patient, but we do have plans around those guys. So, can we talk about Superior Venom one more time? What I love about this is in the past we've only been pretty much releasing Spider-Man from Spider-Verse because these have all been Spider-Verse themed updates. But this is not a Spider-Verse character. This is a character released exclusively for, you know, because we released Doc Ock. And so this is so cool because this is Doc Ock in Peter Parker's body who got corrupted by the symbiote. There's so many awesome things about this character. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I love Superior Spider-Man. And I'm going to say something super radical, and you guys are probably going to hate me for saying this, but I actually enjoy Doc Ock in Peter Parker's body more than I enjoy Peter Parker himself. And the reason why is Superior Spider-Man is just so conflicted and crazy, and the way he reacts to things and the way he suddenly becomes a good guy but is so flawed but thinks he's so amazing and perfect. I don't know. I love it. I mean, there's obviously the original Spider-Man is the best, you know, and the most iconic, and you know, Superior Spider-Man wouldn't have done what, you know, for the license that Peter Parker did. But I'm just fascinated by Superior Spider-Man. He's an utterly, like, just such a compelling character. So you guys just totally read the Superior Spider-Man stories as well. I definitely love my shit. Right. So, okay, you guys, we're revealing another Spider-Man from Spider-Verse, and this is super exciting because some of you might recognize this character. I'm actually going to not tell you who this character is. I want to see if anyone knows who this character is. I'm just going to wait. It doesn't seem like anyone knows this character. Okay.
5 seconds away.
Oh, right, there's a 5-second delay. I'm going to give the 5-second delay its thing. Blah, blah, blah. Waiting. There's a lag. Yes, I know. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say this is Spider-Ben. And for those of you who haven't heard of Spider-Ben and didn't read the Spider-Verse comics at the very end, this is Uncle Ben's Spider-Man. This is Uncle Ben in a dimensional... Yeah, they're starting to get it now. This lag is insane.
Here we go.
Okay. This is Uncle Ben in an alternate dimension when he actually got bit by the spider instead of Peter Parker. So this is super awesome because it's Uncle Ben, and there's so many cool events and stuff that we're going to do around having this character. I mean, he was created exclusively for Spider-Verse as one of the major like surprises that ended up coming out of those comics. Sorry for the spoilers, but you should have read them by now. And yeah, he's, you know, what was fascinating about his character specifically is he had the whole power responsibility thing. That's Uncle Ben's thing. But he had all the power, and he gave up the responsibility because in his dimension, Peter Parker died, and he was totally devastated and could not like live with himself anymore. And so he just quit being the Spider-Man, gave up his suit. His entire dimension was in trouble, and he just was like, threw his hands up in the air, and he's like, my family is dead, everything I know and love is gone. I'm just gonna hide in this bunker. And that's pretty much his story. And then, you know, Superior Spider-Man and Peter Parker Spider-Man, they found him, they got him back to his senses, and then he joined in the fight to defeat the Inheritors. But yeah, I love the fact that we have him in the game, and he's super cool. You guys, you should be very excited that we have him. And I mean, I think it also shows like the synergy between, you know, Marvel's publishing and you know, our own game, because we were getting like literally black and white sketches of him trying to fit him into Update 4, and I kept saying, like, give us the colors, give us, you know, more references, we need more, there's no way we can fit him in this update if we don't, like, get stuff now. And Marvel were super accommodating, and they got us everything we needed to get him into the game, which is just fantastic. So I'm going to start reading some questions, because I know I've been talking a lot, and I haven't really been reading your questions. Okay, what about Web Silk? Web Silk is in the game, and we're going to have mini events around her. So we are going to have a lot of, and this is per, you know, your request, we're going to have a lot of 24-hour events and 24, you know, hour like quick, you know, events featuring slots and consumables and your chance at this spider. And Classic Silk will definitely be included in that. Let's see what other questions. Earth X Spider Girl is definitely planned, Mike Hippie. someone is new to the stream, what is the spider icons that appear? We haven't gotten to that yet, but stay tuned, and we're going to tell you all about that, and you're going to be super stoked because it's a whole new gameplay element to the game. Okay, so Aaron Aikman, Superior Venom, and Spider Ben are the new spiders. We have tons of new spiders in addition to that, but we haven't shown any yet, so stay around and we might show a few more. I love 24-hour events. I do too. They're great. So yeah, we're gonna have some consistent Flash events for you and stuff like that. So people are asking for Black Suit Spider-Man, and I am going to tell you once and for all that Black Suit Spider-Man is coming to Spider-Man Unlimited, but you have to be patient because we have a much grander plan for him. That's the only reason why he hasn't been in the game yet. So just be patient. He is going to be in the game, and there's going to be an awesome thing around him. So, yay. Be excited. He is coming. He is planned, and we have some really great stuff around him. Are we still getting a buff event for Assassin Spider-Man? We can totally get that for you. So we're planning Flash events and stuff like that, and if you want, write us on the Facebook page and we can see if we can get that for you. Yeah, so I didn't actually introduce us at the beginning, so I'll introduce... There's a Spider-Man in the back.
Nice.
I'm Tatiana. I'm the product manager for the game, so my job is licensing and brand management, creating marketing assets, and doing fun stuff like the Twitch stream. And this is Kyle, and he's the community manager. Kyle, do you want to talk about yourself?
Hi. Yeah. So if you're a fan of the Facebook page or the forum, or if you're on Reddit, or if you're on any other community channels, you've probably seen me posting, replying to your comments, collecting all your feedback, which we pass along to the team who is probably behind us. And yeah, so I help out with the Twitch streams as well, all the other community initiatives, and a lot of planning to see what you guys are up to and see how we can engage with you, what you like and what you dislike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, by the way, you guys, as you might know, Kyle is playing with EarthX Spider-Man, who is in the portal right now. And I talked about this last stream, but EarthX is one of my all-time favorites because look how fat he is. There is no reason why someone that fat should be so nimble, but he is. And I think the only reason why is because if Peter Parker was to be very fat and do what he's doing, he would be quite nimble. I totally think a fat person would be nimble and quick like that. So, okay, people are asking me questions. Can we expect to see Spider and the Japanese character Penny Parker? Potentially Penny Parker. I have to look into that. Spider we're trying to figure out because obviously he's a very giant robot, but I know there was a small version of him. So we're trying to figure out whether we can figure out how to, include him in the game. But he's definitely on our list of characters. Right, so what about Windows Phone update? So I'm sorry, unfortunately, Windows Phone is a really small platform, and ultimately we were not able to maintain updates for Windows Phone. This is potentially temporary. We might bring updates for this device back, and but we're continuing events and we're looking into ways to provide more content for Windows Phone. So we're definitely looking into it. Spider Pig and Spider Ham sandwich. That is a horrible thing to say. Spider Ham and Spider Pig are both beautiful, wonderful characters, and you cannot eat them. They are basically human beings as pigs. So, no, you cannot eat them. It's not okay. But okay, in relation to Spider Ham, we don't have him in the game yet, but we're constantly looking into potential options for him. Why? Oh no! Okay. 60s Spider-Man. So Toei Spider-Man and 60s Spider-Man. Those are not comics characters, those are cartoon characters, and even though they were in Spider-Verse, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're open for the game's use. So, I mean, if you want to talk like boring licensing stuff, we don't have access to every Spider-Man that's ever existed, but we have access to quite a lot of them. But we do have some limitations. We can't just say, oh, the spider existed in one way or another and now we can have it. In general, we are required to follow the comics. So, but I know Spider-Man would have been amazing. We even created a model for him only to later find out that we couldn't have him in the game. But we have other way cool Spider-Men, so I think it's okay that we don't have him. We have better Spider-Men.
Clash of Spiders?
Yes, so I want to show you guys a really big, sweet new feature. This is a totally new event system. By the way, do we want to like stop the stream and reboot it and see if that'll help with the lag? I was wondering that in my mind.
I don't know how many people are lagging. I mean, there will always be lag between us and seeing the stuff.
Right.
But if
well, they're just saying it's lagging, so I'm just wondering. Anyway, it's okay. You guys, if it's lagging, let us know. We can try like restarting the Twitch stream and, you know, just off and back and see if that helps fix the situation. Anyway, let's do Clash of Spiders. So this is the new event system that we have for the game, and it's super great. So this is basically the Clash of the Spiders. So you can join either Team Amazing or Team Superior, and this is basically going to be you'll be randomly assigned to a team every single event, and this is a totally co-op, team-based event system. So you are trying to defeat the other team by doing as many event runs as you can, and basically your objective is to collect the totems, which you will have seen from the events that we were playing, those red and silver coins. So your objective is to completely dominate the other team, have the most totems, and basically if you defeat the other team by 76 to 100%, so you got 76 to 100% of the totems for your team, then you will get the top prize. If you were able to beat them by 51%, or between 51 and 75%, you get the second prize. And the team that loses does get some consolation prizes, and in the form of ISO 8 or vials. So you want to totally just play the events as much as you can, collect the totems for your team, and you also want to do it for yourself because there are individual progress rewards that you can do as well. So much like how the current events work, you collect the totems during the entire week of the competition, and then you can collect prizes for yourself.